If I traveled back in time and I talked to 14-year-old Owen and I told him, don't do these 5 things, I would have gotten fit a long time ago. So if you're new to the channel, last year I got fit for the first time. Before that, I wasted about 10 years in the gym just winging it. I had a skinny fat physique and I knew the type of body that I wanted, but I was very confused how to get there. With all these influencers online, it seemed very complicated, so I ended up making a lot of mistakes. Every time I would try to cut, I would end up too skinny. Every time I would try to bulk, I'd end up fat. Last year, I made a couple of tweaks and it ended up getting me fit. That's what I'm here to tell you guys today. The couple of tweaks that I made that got me from never being in shape to having the body that I have now. And stick around to the end of the video, guys. Number 5 is probably the biggest mistake I made that prevented me from getting fit. The first mistake I made as a beginner is being random. What do I mean by being random? I'd go to the gym with the mindset of, oh, whatever happens, happens. Every time I went to the gym, it felt like a full body routine every time. I would hit my chest, I would hit my biceps, I'd skip legs. I'd throw in random exercises like tricep pull downs or dips. I'd use the assisted dips because I couldn't even do dips. A lot of people in the gym, me included, you enter this zombie, I'm gonna call it zombie mode, where you go in, you kind of go through the motions, you do these random machines at the gym. If somebody asked you, oh, what'd you do at the gym today? You wouldn't be able to tell them because you're just doing random stuff. The solution to this, guys, is pick a plan. Pick something you're gonna stick with. I have a push-pull legs format that I run, and I do these same lifts every single week. I don't change it up. I just get really good at these specific movements, and that's all I focus on. Some of you guys have contacted me saying you work a full-time job and going to the gym is hard. That's totally fine. Look at your schedule and pick a program that will work around that schedule. Just look it up online. Look up weightlifting programs for this many days per week. When I finally hit a plate on my bench, it felt good to tell my friends, oh man, I can hit a plate now. It was almost like this trophy that I had. Like, oh, I finally hit a plate. But once I hit the plate, I didn't increase the reps or I didn't increase the weight. For your body to change, you need to perform progressive overload. Pretty much that means, say you hit a plate on your bench. Next week, if you're able to, put an extra 5 pounds on each side. So you're increasing the total weight. If that's too heavy for you, increase your reps. That's all progressive overload means. That's when I really started to see changes in my body, when I wasn't content with staying at a plate on my bench. I wanted to eventually hit 2 plates. And the way for me to do that was to slowly increase the weight every week. Some guys take it to the extreme where they try to put too much weight. We're not trying to get injured here, guys. The solution to this, guys, increase either the reps or the total weight on your movements. Try to increase this every week. If you're not able to, that's totally fine, but work towards increasing that. With food, it's tough, especially if you have friends that eat out a lot. I used to live with my friends. I would commute to the gym. I would do this intense 1-hour session, and then 30 minutes later, we would head to McDonald's and get a 20-piece to get our protein in. If you're new to tracking calories, pretty much all you have to do is find your maintenance calories. If you want to gain weight, add a little bit to that. If you want to lose weight, cut a little of it off. That's all you got to do. There's different apps on the App Store for tracking calories. And I'll tell you guys, when I started tracking my calories, that's when I made the biggest difference. The difference that just 5 pounds can make in your physique. It's the difference between seeing your veins and not seeing your veins. The only way to know if you're gaining or losing weight is to track your calories. It's not tough, guys. It's not restrictive as well. You can make it fun by looking up recipes online. Down the line, when you start to get used to tracking your calories, you can start to eye your food. Like if I look at a chicken breast, I'll be like, oh, that's 6 ounces of chicken breast. But I can only do that because I've done it so many times. When you're starting out, you don't know how much that chicken breast weighs. Get the food scale, eat the Chick-fil-A just once in a while, and start tracking your calories. Have Have you guys ever been in this situation? You're lifting, you're eating your protein shakes, you're doing all the right things, but your body's not changing. The mistake I made was not adjusting my calories. Eventually, your body gets used to the amount of calories that you eat. Say you're on a cut, your maintenance is 2,400 calories, and you cut it down to 2,000. After the first couple of weeks, you're gonna lose some weight. You're gonna see changes in your body. But a couple of weeks later, you're gonna notice that my body looks the same this week. Then the next week happens. Oh, I still look the same. What's going on here? Your body's gotten used to the calories that you're eating. In this situation, if you're trying to gain weight and you found that you plateaued, add an extra 100 calories to your diet. If you're trying to lose weight, cut an extra 100 calories. You also don't have to do that. You can just increase your cardio an extra 100 calories. Don't make that mistake, guys. That is a huge one. Some of you guys have been asking this question, how I stay motivated to stay fit, how I stay consistent with the gym. It's not motivation. My approach to fitness is similar to a part-time job. When I worked at Target, I would go there, I did what I needed to do. I did what my manager said. I answered questions, and then I left. Was it always enjoyable? No, it wasn't. But all I knew was that I was gonna get paid every 2 weeks. With the gym, it's the same approach. You gotta treat it like a job in a way. On the days where you don't feel like going, you should go those days because it builds this character in you. Motivation isn't a bad thing, but I definitely would not advise relying on it in order to stay fit. That's my quick TED Talk for you guys today. Hopefully this video is helpful so you guys can spend next year getting that body that you always wanted. Before I go, I want to thank you guys for 6K. You guys have left such awesome comments. When I'm not feeling my best, I look at your guys' comments saying to keep going, and it really helps me. Thank you guys for that.